All right, bisecting a segment is about cutting a segment into two equal parts. Now, I'm going to show you both ways, using the safety one and using what's it called? Compass? Yeah, for some reason, I've been teaching this for like a decade, and I still get compass and protractors wrong. All right, so I'm going to draw two segments, and I want you guys to draw two segments too. And I don't know how big they are, but we'll figure them out. And it doesn't matter. Now, here's what we want to do. First thing we want to do, and I'm going to use the traditional compass here, and I'm going to use the safety compass here. It's called the safety compass because basically it doesn't have a sharp point on it. So you can't gouge your eyes out with it when you're bored in this class. But here we go. First thing you want to do is put the pointy end on an end point and open the compass more than halfway across the segment and draw a half circle. A lot of words. So we want to open up our compass. So I want to take my compass and I want to open it up. Is that halfway? More than halfway? Yeah, that's more than halfway. And you draw the best circle that you can. Now, whatever you kept it open-wise, we're going to keep it the same distance open-wise. So that jumped up just a little bit when I dropped it. So now I'm there, and then we jump over to the other endpoint, and we do the exact same thing. But you got to make sure that your protractor, or the compass, whatever the heck this thing is exactly the same distance open that it was before. And what you should do is you should get two arcs that are going to intersect each other. So part two is do the same thing from the other endpoint and you should get two arcs. Let me zoom out a little bit more. You should get two arcs that actually intersect. If your compass is if your protractor, if your protractor is less than halfway across, you are going to get two arcs that don't intersect. And you don't want to go past the segment because that really won't help too much. Although it actually will probably find the midpoint. So you want to keep it like this. Now, our key is we want these 2 points. The points where the arcs intersect. And we're going to draw a straight line through both of those. And now what this line actually is called is a perpendicular bisector. What does a bisector do? It cuts it into equal parts. So I know that this segment here is congruent to that segment there. But now, since it's perpendicular, what does a perpendicular line do to another line? What's the angle that's formed right here? It's a right angle. So we actually get a right angle right here. So when we bisect a segment, we always get to bisect it and create what we call a perpendicular bisector, which is pretty special type of thing. It's a pretty special type of figure. And we're going to spend some time dealing with those and doing all sorts of stuff with that. So that was with a regular compass. I'm going to use the safety compass, which is spectacular. Same thing. You open it up. You kind of take a look at your midpoint, and you say to yourself, all right, well, I'm on my point. This guy looks good enough for me. That's 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And I'm going to draw a circle with 45. And I'm going to write 45 right above it just because I want to make sure that I use the same one. Because remember, with these, they're all these holes are numbered. And they all represent millimeters. Now, I'm going to go to the second endpoint and make sure, am I right on top of that point? All right, I got to do this left-handed, so it's going to be terrible. What was my my value is 45, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So there I go. I got my arcs. Now what do I do with my arcs? Yeah, you connect those lines, you connect those points together. And now you have two segments that are congruent and they're perpendicular. And if you want to be sure, let's just kind of take a look and it's not perfect, but that's 5.567.5. So about 5.8, which is about 2.9. So does that look like right around 2.9? Yeah, so it looks like we cut that one in half pretty good. But do we get the idea that we have to place our compass at, or the protractor at one endpoint, open it up past halfway, draw an arc, go to the other one, use the exact same size, draw the exact same arc from the other endpoint, and their intersection is going to create the perpendicular bisector. Good with that?